Good evening, our dear viewers. Again, here on the Basileia program tonight, and on the channel we are Centurion. I want to remind you, if you are a new subscriber tonight or haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button now, and this becomes one of your often viewed channels. And please also hit the share button as you are looking at this wonderful recording here where we are today, and share it as wide and as good as you can. We are very fortunate to stand here in Centurion at an organization called Wiele Welkom. This is a center where we host either paraplegic people or quadriplegic people who is less fortunate than you and I to use our legs. But wonderful people who's got a very good sense of humor, and they've got life in them still. And with me this evening, or then today, is Barry Venter. And Barry is going to share a bit of his own story, how he got involved here at Wiele Welkom, previously known as Wierdapark Center here in Centurion. And this is just another place to show you how Basileia got involved here in Centurion to share with our community what's really happening. Barry, welcome on the program.
Thank you, Andrew.
And it's a privilege to also be here today. And we've been here together since July. And I think it's so important that you tell the viewers today what happened with you personally, that you got involved here at then called Wierdapark, now Wiele Welkom.
100%. Well, thank you for having me on your show, Andrew. I appreciate. And the way my story started was, I remember back about 4 years ago, I first did some roof work on their roof that was leaking, and we just got a call from a house in Wierdapark looking for some roof waterproofing. So I started with a roofing quote, and we came and did the roof waterproofing, got the leaks fixed, and immediately from then I realized there was a requirement for extra hands to help out here, because the fence was badly rusted, and there was a lot of work that needed to be done. So I was with this particular company for the last 12 years, and what happened was in July this year, the company here in Centurion, a big roofing company, unfortunately retrenched me and a number of other employees, and closed their doors. So I immediately wanted to reach out, and I know that I wasn't busy at that stage, it was very quiet. So I decided to just ask God, put me where I need to be. And it was almost like a Bluetooth connection that immediately connected, get hold of Jacques, find out how I can help him. So that very first week of sitting at home on the Monday, I got hold of Jacques, and he said, you know, he needs some painting work done, he needs some repairs done around the house here so that he can get more tenants. And what happened was, Andrew, as I came past here, and the inside of the house was very dark. The walls were very dark, and it wasn't a welcoming environment. And what I decided to do was to just bring a small team of guys, including myself, and jump in here and paint the ceilings, paint the walls white, nice and light, and just make it bright and more welcoming inside. And that's what we did. So we came out here. We spent a week out here, and we painted some of the rooms. We painted the living area, the lounge, the entertainment area ceilings, and in between I was fitting lights and putting in LED lights, and just getting things in order that wasn't in order, and getting things organized. And I also realized there's a lot more work that needs to be done here, and it's amazing how God works. That very same Wednesday morning, I had a Mighty Men meeting out at Spur on Royal Road, and I met Andrew, and we just got chatting. It was like a connection that happened, and Andrew then offered up some weekly food donations through Basileia Patria, and the whole momentum of God's work continued, and it was like a snowball growing and growing. So it's quite amazing how that works, and God has blessed me with other work and other avenues and income. So I'm really grateful for this, and I'm grateful that you guys could come out here today and you know, show people what is needed and what happens at Wiele Welkom, so that we can get more members of the community involved, and we can make this place shine brightly and provide a safe place for other possible quadriplegic people out there.
There's two stories that you should have picked up there on the viewer's side. One, my friend Barry's personal testimony. In dire straits, being retrenched, he didn't sit on a heap and scratch his wounds. He immediately asked God, where do you need me? And this is the place where Barry immediately came to. So that's the one side of the story. The other side of the story is, here's a small grouping of people, a little organization, who needs the support of us as a community to make sure that their living standards are as good as it can be. And you and I, Barry himself, has a role to play here. And we are fortunate, Basileia Patria, to have been involved since July to, on a weekly basis, provide them with foodstuffs that they need here with their staff. Talking about the staff, you've been here a while and you're probably the best connection for Basileia to Wiele Welkom. How many staff do they more or less have here that they have for providing the service they need?
So what they've got, Andrew, they've got 4 staff members that live on site, and they are available 24/7. So what happens in the evening is they push a button and one of the staff members is alerted, and they come to the room and help the guys out. And it's nice having them on site to help out. They help with cleaning, washing, ironing, changing bed linen, and if the guys need to go to the bathroom or they've got a medical requirement, the staff can come in and help administer medicine or turn the guys. A lot of the guys are immobile, they can't move, so they need someone to come and turn them. You know, when you're sleeping at night, you're sometimes in one position and it aches a bit, so you move to another position. But if you're quadriplegic, you need someone to help you do this. So they come in and help with that kind of thing. And yeah, they're very, very helpful, and I must say they've got a very big job on their hands as well.
And it's marvelous to see these people helping. I mean, this is a place where they keep adult people in this facility. It's not children, it's adults, grown-ups. All of them are men, if I'm right.
Yes.
And what does the facility provide? How many people can live here on this facility?
I stand corrected, but there's place for 7 people, and at the moment there are 4 rooms open. The rooms have been renovated and painted, and they're ready for occupancy.
Barry, thank you for having come to the show today and just come and share your heart. And we know and we can see that you have the desire to stay connected with them and help them. And I believe, as you have said, God even opened other avenues now for you.
Yes.
And may God just bless you and you go from strength to strength. But never forget these people and keep them in your heart the whole time. Barry mentioned here, he did this all by himself, the bit of renovations that were at that stage critical. But there's some more of these environments that Jacques is going to share with us, and we're going to go to him and KB Kabelu, who's going to share with us what's going actually on here. Jacques is the one who actually runs this organization or runs the day-to-day activities here. And we will be back soon to share also that part of the story with Jacques and Kabelu. Welcome back again, and we're going to carry on where Barry finished earlier of introducing Wiele Welkom to us, and we have 2 of the occupants here of Wiele Welkom. On my right hand side is Jacques. Here on my left is Kabelo. Welcome also to the program, Basileia.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
It's a privilege to be here today and have a chat with both of you. You've been here for a while. How long have you been here, Jacques?
Well, Andrew, I had my accident in 2015, and after spending quite some time in ICU and at home afterwards, I eventually, let's say about 2 years or so, joined Wiele Welkom. There was a need for it at that stage, due to the fact that it is a self-help center. We can't sit still for too long, we'll get sick. So for me personally, like I say, I know KB now for almost 5 years, it's been a while. And yeah, this place is a home to us. As you know, this weekend we had some festivities carrying on, and the kids and the families are always welcome. It is a home for us.
Kabelo, and yourself, how long have you been here?
I got injured around 2009, and then I only moved here 2014 or October. That's when I moved here, and yeah, I've been here ever since then.
So you guys have grown into this house.
Yeah.
You know the cornerstones, and you also know some other things that happened here. But we're not going to latch onto that today. We're really interested to hear what happens here at this facility. Obviously, it cares for people like yourselves, being quadriplegics, paraplegics. And Jacques, if I'm right, you run most of the, can I say, operations here on a daily basis? Is that your duty?
We try to keep all the decisions between the occupants, the people that stay here. You have got a lot of people. We've got 4 ladies in our employment, which we also need to keep happy at the end of the day. They also have families.
How many are currently occupying the facility?
At this point in time, it's myself, KB, and Uncle Johan Barnard that's here with us. Due to the COVID thing last year or the year before that, people were struggling with finances, so we ran dry, which then obviously now, and we'll obviously speak to about that a bit later, has put us into a position now where we can quickly do some renovating to get the house filled up again, because we still have 4 rooms open, and it is important for us to have occupants in these rooms. It allows us then to obviously add on additional workers or caretakers, which makes spreading the finances a bit better. We've got a better, like I can say, cash flow. And at the end of the day, these ladies work ridiculous hours. They're tired. So the more workers we have, the better we can set up the shifts that they work, and also give them their spare time, because it's a 24-hour job. It doesn't stop.
Okay, we're talking about that 24-hour job. What do they do in that 24 hours for you guys?
Pretty much a lot of things. For example, when our day starts, they have to help us with the grooming, helping us go into the showers, helping us to dress up. Because some of us, we wake up in the morning and then we need to prepare ourselves to actually go to the offices. But in my instance, since the COVID started, I've been working from home. So, but basically, it still means that every morning I need to wake up, take a shower, and then start my day by checking my emails. And yeah, in the meantime, they need to clean up the house like every morning, like everyone else. And then after that, especially the beginning, if it's the beginning of the week, like today, they start by doing the laundry. They cook for us. They clean us up. They pretty much do almost everything.
Yeah.
So they are very valued. Yeah.
Kabelo, in your instance, I heard you still work.
Yes.
Yeah,
You are
to
very
add something
fortunate.
on that, if I might.
Yes.
People, that's why I felt the need in the beginning to come to a place like this, because you get caught up in your own world, where at the end of the day your disability becomes a serious problem. Where a center like this, I mean, a guy like Kay, when I came in here, He was working, CJ was working that left us recently, Kobe was working. All these guys have got motor vehicles that are adapted for them to get to work. That was a serious inspiration for me, that though I never went through the whole thing that life comes to an end now, these people are an inspiration. That's what keeps you going every day. This guy's doing that guy's got that ability, but why can you do this? How does this? We've got a lot of underlying things which we normally do on a daily basis, which is problems for us. We get infections for nothing, type stuff like that. So these are all the small things that you'd learn and pick up from these oaks that have been, like I can say, KB is a veteran at this stage, in my eyes. Same with CJ. There's a lot of things that they don't teach you in hospital. And I'll always remember, my physio said to me, after my whole rehab, she said to me, oh, now I must now keep it together, because the real rehab starts now, when you go home. That's when it gets when it gets a bit rough. And he's mentioning that these ladies are our hands. People like KB, you've met CJ, and some of the other people that are in the house. These people are a blessing. The day I saw these oaks driving around, going up and down, where's KB? No, KB's at work. Then he comes back. I mean, CJ didn't have a vehicle at that stage. He went to work from this house in a wheelchair like this, straight up the road here, which is 2 kilometers to the bus, got on a Gautrain bus, went all the way to the Gautrain station, got on a Gautrain, went straight through to Pretoria Central. He was at that stage working for Kwaza. Every single day, in the rain, in the sun. If it's raining, he's got his little poncho on and his earphones. And I was like, wow. So yeah, for me personally, it's been a blessing.
So our dear viewers, you've heard Jacques being inspired by other people in similar situations than himself, the condition of not being able to help himself, and how Kabelu, you're one of them that inspired Jacques, CJ, and remarkable how you guys know life has to go on, and you are not looking into the disability that you are in.
Yes.
You're looking at life. And my dear viewers, today I hope that all of you watching this recording is also inspired with what Jacques has said. And being inspired, I want to go a step further. You know, Basileia Patria always wants to dare you to give. And here's the next phase of today, the next section of our recording. Kabelu, there's some needs that you have here, and I'll come back to Jacques also, who knows maybe a little bit more. But you have some needs here of addressing matters. Earlier in the year, there was a gentleman, Barry Venter, who came here, and earlier we interviewed him, and he mentioned his help, that he just felt God placed him here to do something for you guys.
Yes.
But surely there's other areas also with the restrictions you have on your finances.
Yes.
Maybe you want to mention a few of that to our viewers, of what other areas you want to address here at your center.
We have currently we have a serious issue of municipal bill. We are a little bit behind with that, so we need to sort that out. We need to pay that part of debt, because we do not want to be in the bad books with municipality. And also we would like to actually fill up all these empty rooms, and so that we can also, if we fill up the rooms, it will mean that we'll actually also generate our own cash flow. All right, so basically, we also need, what could also be very beneficial for us is, get the word out there that there's a house like this that caters for people with spinal cord injuries, people who are injured just like them, so that they can, like Jacques has been saying, that when he got here, he got inspired by the people that he found here, that life doesn't just stops when you get a spinal cord injury. It means that life still goes on. I mean, so when they get here, like they don't necessarily have to live at home, because I've noticed the reason why I came here, I was living at home. And then I found out like I was a 34-year-old man living at home, and yet my parents, they are babying me. You understand? Like I just told myself that I need to get out of here. I need to find a place where I'm independent, and so that's how I initially moved here. And then, yeah, when I got here, I was independent. I could drive myself anywhere I want to drive. I could go, you become independent. So if we can just put the word out there, to let people know about such facilities, it would be a great help, yeah.
So if you know of anyone who needs a facility like this, you heard what Jacques said about the helpers that are here that can support those people, and that they have 4 rooms available. Please contact us. At the bottom of the screen we will put CJ's number where you can get into contact directly. You can also on the Basileia email send us a mail if you're interested to get more information about this environment, and we can share that definitely with you. I want to get back to a few matters that he just mentioned very slightly about the facility that needs a little bit of maintenance and so forth. We have it covered about the rooms that are still available. But Jacques, this place needs to also be maintained. You need to keep your finger and your hand on it. Otherwise it will just deteriorate and you at the end have to spend a lot of money on it. So please share with the viewers the areas that are critical for you at the moment here at this wonderful place, but that needs your immediate attention. And how people can actually then get involved.
It's actually funny how I met Mr. Venter. It was due to a serious water leak in the roof, and I'm sitting right underneath it, and it's been fixed beautifully. Thanks, Barry. Yeah, we had a serious roof issue. We basically had the Butterfly Foundation and the guys from 94.7 that had a fundraiser for us. With those funds, which was then available at the end of the day, we got Universal Roofing at those days in to come and fix the roof for us. So that is, at the end of the day, how I met Mr. Venter. And I must, to be honest with you, it might be off the subject now, but I've learned one thing after I got injured. If God decides that you're going to turn left, you're going to turn left. You need to make sure that you put Him first. And I've been so blessed in the last couple of years to meet people like Barry Venter. And Barry is not the first one. Barry is the current one that is there for us, that is giving us a lot of support. But the first people that I've really picked up that there is seriously people that care in this life was our medical workers. So my eyes opened up, to be honest with you. I do feel that God gave me a second chance. I've got a beautiful little 8-year-old boy. And like I said, inspiration coming from guys like KB and that makes it possible for me to still spend time with my family. Needs for the house, like I said, at this stage we are renovating. The consumables are expensive. So yeah, the running costs, basically, I mean, any family in South Africa these days must have the same problems that we have. Running costs, keeping your property well sound at the end of the day. So that is our main concern, is just to get it renovated up to a point where it can last us another 20 years. So that we can help additional people. And I want to add something on that. You do not specifically have to be a C5 quadriplegic or a paraplegic. And we also welcome the hospital staff. When Johan is with us here, his nurse was here just before you guys came now. She sees him once or twice a week. All of us have been through the meal med rehab with the best orthopedic surgeons and physiotherapists and therapists for that matter. So if anybody else moves in and you still have that need to go through that type of rehab where you've got your social worker or your physio, those people are welcome. I mean, we still need those people in our lives. We had an elderly gentleman here that was an amputee. We catered for his needs. Everybody's got different needs. Myself and KB, we might have the same injury, but our ability is different. Everybody is different, so and we have to cater for that. And yeah, like I said, when we were on at the end of the day, and I told these guys, this old man's going to impress us. He's going to walk out here one day. He came in here, amputee, straight out of hospital, and a year and a half, Kobe.
Yeah.
Year and a half later, that old man walked out of this house, got into a car with his female friend, and life carries on. So that gives you. Everybody wants to be recognized in life for what they do. That's serious recognition. Whether we did something or not, we had the facility to cater for him at that stage for his needs.
Can I just come in there for?
Of course.
To add on what Jack is saying, you know, that's the purpose of this house. You know, to give independence. You know, I mean, when you're at home, when you live at home, like you are going to be treated like a child. That's a given fact. So when you're here, you basically you lift your own weight. For example, we have certain rules. Like when you live here, you have to take part in the running of the house. Like you can't just sit in your room and not do anything. You have to take part in the running of the house. If, for example, you have to be somebody has to make sure that somebody needs to run or maybe lead the workers. Like if they've got issues, we tell maybe Jack will be in charge of the workers. Johan will be in charge of make sure that the cleaning equipment or the cleaning services people are getting paid. You know, but everybody needs to take part, and so in that way you become independent. So that's the main reason of the house, is just to keep everyone independent and be independent thinkers and live an independent life. And we in most cases as well, we try and prevent too much dependence to the workers. Let's say we are sitting, for example, we are sitting here and we're having lunch, and then you want one of the workers to help you feed yourself. We're like, no. As long as you've got movement on your hands, that's it. You can actually. So those are the kind of motivations that we motivate each other in the house. If I see you like, if I can push my chair, and I know we've got the same injury, we've got the same strengths, then it means you can push your own chair as well. So like, yeah, we push each other, we motivate each other. That's the nice thing about such facilities. Yeah.
My ability has increased with a lot. I don't know how many percentage. We never measured it, but since I've been here, my ability has increased a lot. And next year, next year, time for a bakkie, meneer. I need to get back on the road.
Viewers, I'm convinced that as they have shattered my mind today with sharing things about themselves, that their abilities are not a disability, and that they're challenging each other, that if your hand can get to your mouth, then I have a serious concern for us who are able and we complain. And this evening I want to dare you here watching this program. Get involved here at Wiele Welkom. I am very sure that their doors are open anytime, that you can come and have a visit, have a chat with Kabelu, have a chat with Jacques, have a chat with Andre, because I believe they also welcome that interaction from the community. Just to have a short general chat, how's life? And I believe that they will seriously welcome also even an activity like that. The list of the maintenance of the place, you are welcome to give us a call to Basileia. Our number is on the screen, as well as our email address. Jacques will provide me that list, and we can tick that off. There's, for example, a place that they need painted, floor paint for a certain area and so forth. But Jacques will provide me that list. I will maintain that list for them, and please get involved. We need to make sure that this facility doesn't go down at all. It's maintained by 3 people at the moment and a bit of support here and there. But let us make sure this facility becomes a place that provides that little bit, or maybe even more than just a little bit, of encouragement to Centurion that things can be better. It can be done better. And we need your support. We need your involvement. I hope to hear from you soon, and thank you for being on this program tonight. God bless you, and have a good evening.